Charan! Hello guys and dolls! Ako si Francine Marquez at welcome sa isa namang episode ng Space Buddies. At syempre, tuloy ang kasal at iba pang mga birthday, celebration dito sa Tagaytay. Kaya naman today, kasama ko ang aking maid of honor na si Kim Sancha. At syempre, ako ang bride. O ano na naman?
Excuse me.
Ano ba? Joke lang yun. Talaga.
Hindi, nandito nga tayo ngayon sa The Glens Tagaytay upang bisitahin ang Sabor 2022 Food Festival. Of course, featuring the best caterer in the industry. At ang table setting sa mga birthdays, parties, at weddings. At syempre, marami pang iba.
Oo, at syempre, Kim, ngayon, bibisitahin natin si Mr. Jason Halandoni ng The Glens Tagaytay para ipakita sa atin ang magandang 3-hectare property na to.
Right.
So, guys and dolls, ready na ba kayo para maglakwatsa ulit?
Ako, ready na.
O tara, marites na tayo. Let's go! Hi, Kimi, I'm so excited. I want... Hello, hello.
Hi, are you Francine Kim?
Yes!
Hi, I'm Jason.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Jason.
Welcome to the Glens Tagaytay.
Yes, yes. We're so excited to see what you have in store here.
Yes.
It's like a hidden gem here in Tagaytay.
Thank you very much. The Glens Tagaytay actually is one of the premier events venues in Tagaytay, and your visit right now coincides with one of our Tagaytay Wedding Vendors Association main events for the year, which is Sabor.
Yes,
Right?
nako. We heard so much about it. I think the last one was 3 years ago ba?
Yes,
And
it
now
was
it's back.
the last one was in 2019, but because of the pandemic, we were not able to hold it in 2020, 2021. So it's just right that we're holding it this year, 2022, when things are now open and events are happening again.
Wow. So, as they say, shall we? Let's
Please.
go visit your
Thank you.
beautiful place.
Thank you.
Naku, Jason, I love the greenery. I love the trees. Parang everything is intact.
Yes, actually, when we developed this place, we really made sure not to touch, na hindi namin gagalawan yung mga puno, yung mga flowers and all, are as is. So the development revolved around it rather than us cutting down trees, we kept them as is.
Oh, nice, nice.
Jason, nasan ba tayo ngayon? Bakit parang napaka-flowery naman itong venue na to? Ano bang meron ngayon?
Oo, ang ganda ng
Bagay sa
arrangement.
suot mo ngayon.
Diba? I like
Right.
Jason already.
Right.
Okay, itong lugar na to is our garden pavilion. This is the showcase of the Glens.
Right.
This is where a lot of couples, dito sila kinakasal.
Wow.
Capacity nito po is about 250 to 300 packs.
Okay.
So right
Malaki
now,
din.
as I said kanina, we are having our Sabor, which is our ultimate taste test of Metro Tagaytay. Meron tayong 5 caterers here in that are showcasing their food. You have Juan Carlos, you have Bizu, you have Town's Delight, you have Hison, and you have Rich Gold. So yung mga pagkain nila, they are serving to soon-to-be couples. So we're having that event now. Kaya tamang-tama yung bisita nyo ngayon.
Oo, wow. I also heard, Jason, na hindi lang daw event halls ang meron dito sa The Glens,
Yes.
but also accommodations?
Yes, may accommodations din tayo. So I will bring you there later. Papayitan nyo ano
okay.
yung mga accommodations.
Oo. So this means this is already open and you have a second event hall, as you said.
Yes, we actually have, this is our first event hall. We opened in 2014, so medyo tagal-tagal na.
Oo.
We are opening with the pandemic, syempre, we created a second one. We will bring you there later also. And we have a third event hall which we are going to be opening first quarter of next year.
Talagang tuloy na ang kasal. As
Yes.
they say, ano.
Tuloy na talaga.
Oo.
But not only weddings, but actually meron tayong mga birthdays, mga debuts, and mga corporate events that are also happening here.
Jason, what I like about the place is that it's so open. It's na parang a glass place. If you can see it, mga guys and dolls, Tapos it brings in that fresh breeze of
Right,
Tagaytay.
correct.
Ano?
Apo.
And then, surrounded by trees, surrounded, para kang nasa forest.
Correct.
Oo.
Actually, yung mga couples natin, yung mga guests, they have an option.
Mm.
So all of this glass that you see are all sliding doors.
Right.
So if they want to be fresh air, to feel the fresh air of the nature at saka yung fresh air ng Tagaytay, you can just open all the doors and you can feel the fresh air. But we also have couples na gusto nila indoor. So that's why this can also be an air-conditioned venue. So 2-in-1 na siya.
Very
So
nice.
bagay na bagay, lalo na rin holiday season. Tsaka chili season na dito
Yeah,
sa Tagaytay.
yes.
Bare months na.
Bare months na.
Oo.
Narinig din natin si Jose Marichan.
Tama ka dyan.
Eksakto, sis.
Love na talaga natin siya.
Oo, love na natin siya. So Jason, let's check out naman the accommodations.
Sure.
Yun ba yung next natin?
Yes, that's where we're going next.
Okay. Oh, let's go, guys and dolls. Okay, wow, Jason, what do we have here?
This is our lagoon cottage, or how our couples call it, their honeymoon cottage. This is where our couples actually, either before the event, this is where they do their makeup, where the prep of the bride is, and after the event, where they spend their first night as a couple, as a husband and wife.
And I noticed that you also have a nice lagoon in this area.
Yes, this is an exclusive lagoon for the bride and the groom. So if you notice, however, it is a very uniquely shaped. The reason for that is we built the pool, the lagoon, making sure that we did not cut down any trees. So we built the contour of the pool around the roots of the trees to make sure we didn't cut down any trees and still have a little bit of an aesthetic view.
Wow, it looks so refreshing, right?
Yes.
It really blends with the forest feel of the place. Yeah, so...
Let's bring you inside.
Yes, yes. Oy, what a spacious place, Jason.
Yeah, so this is our lagoon cottage, or our honeymoon suite.
Ooh.
This is about 25 square meters, this area. So it's really very spacious for the couple to spend their first night as Mr. and Mrs.
I'm impressed, parang it's like as big as a regular studio condo unit.
Correct.
Diba?
So we wanted to make sure that they are comfortable, and the design of this place is really made to fit the theme of the Glens. It is a log cabin.
Right.
And we have our forest background.
Correct.
Guys
So you
and
can
girls.
see when they wake up in the morning, they can
Ganda.
wake up to a forest background.
Yeah, diba? So romantic, kid.
And green.
Yes, yes.
And I'd like to show you now the highlight of this lagoon cottage.
Okay.
Let's open this door for
may
you.
secret door.
And here's one of the highlights of the lagoon cottage.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, bakit naman highlight? Anong meron?
Hindi mo ba nakikita?
Kaya kung
It's so majestic. Kita mo.
Saan naman galing?
Okay.
Actually, may kwento dito. Nung ginagawa namin to, akala ng mga construction workers, chapel siya. Kasi, yun mo, high ceiling and all, at saka yung background natin aral. But in reality, this is the bathroom meant really for the couples. And it's really meant na everything, other than the toilet, everything is for two. So the sink is for two, the bathtub is for two, the shower is for two. So everything is for two, so you can share your night, your first night together, husband and wife, and lagi kayong magkasama.
Oh, wow. So romantic and so luxurious, I must say.
Thank you.
Tsaka it blends the log cabin concept with a nice stone wall, backsplash, a wall or
Yeah, it's an
backsplash.
aral wall made of aral.
Oh, nice. So you really feel that sense of romance and fire first night pa lang, no?
Yes.
At tama siya, yun nga yung highlight.
Oo. At saka, kung napagkamalan tong church, talaga you'll have that holy experience. Okay!
Gusto ko yun!
Holy experience tayo. Yes.
Pwede ka bang gamitin sa oculars namin?
Pwede. I'm sure. Yeah, but okay. So after this is just one of your many accommodations and
Yes, we
amenities,
have
diba?
this one, and this is for the couple, for the bride and the groom.
Okay.
We have our family cottage. That one naman is for the family of the couples.
Oh.
It's within the property, but the property is 3 hectares. So kahit na it's within the property, palayo siya. Kaya hindi madidisturb ng family yung first night ng couple.
Oh, that's nice. What a
Privacy
very
talaga.
well
No privacy
thought out,
talaga.
well thought out function for space.
Yes, privacy to the highest level.
Correct.
So where are we going next?
Next, we will bring you to the newly opened function hall,
Okay.
which we are calling the Hardin.
Ay, okay. Sige,
Okay, let's go.
Can't wait. Let's go. Oh, Jason, what's this happy place? What's this space for?
This is our newly launched event hall. So this is what we call our Hardin at the Glens.
Okay.
So this Hardin can actually accommodate up to 400 packs, 400 people. And it's open for weddings, corporate events, birthdays, baptismals, for all occasions, celebrations for all occasions.
And maybe our guys and dolls in the audience would like to know what's happening inside.
Well, right now what's happening inside, we have our Savor food tasting for two of our caterers, which is Bizu and Rich Gold here.
Okay.
At the Garden Pavilion, we had three: Town's Delight,
Alright.
Rich Gold, and Hizons.
Okay.
The other two are holding their food tasting here. And in front of the food tasting, actually, we have our mini fair, and all the suppliers here in the mini fair are all Tagaytay based. So all of them are wedding suppliers here in Tagaytay. So you can, if you want to get hold your wedding here in Tagaytay, these are the suppliers that you talk to.
And I also saw this beautiful vintage car kanina. What's that? Who's the supplier for that?
The supplier for that is Don Roberts, and you will meet him later.
Oh, okay. Yes. Sige, now, where are we going next? Maybe we'll have a chat.
Yes, we should.
Right.
Okay.
I think it's a time of the day for a nice chat
Right.
and drinks.
Sure.
Okay. Sige, let's see you later.
Magandang araw mga katribo! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelovelo, Comfy Manalo, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Chirk Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas na ang mainit na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Sama-sama natin alamin ang mga natatagong istorya sa mga latest na kaganapan sa loob at labas ng bansa.
Maaari niyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings, mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising Na!
Hello, and we're back. This is still Space Buddies. I'm Francine Marquez.
And I am Kim Sancha.
And we're having a nice chat with the Glens Tagaytay's director, Mr. Jason Halandoni.
Hi, Francine. Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you for giving us that wonderful tour.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Yes, and now we're here in this very interesting place. It's an amphitheater.
Yes.
Can you tell us the history behind this space?
Well, this amphitheater was one of the first constructions we had here in the Glens Tagaytay. This was originally just a rest place for our family, but we decided eventually, so much opportunities for it, so we decided to turn it into an events place. And the reason why we decided to make it into a garden is two reasons. One is we wanted to preserve the nature. We wanted to preserve as much of the nature as possible. So when we were constructing, we made sure not to touch any of the trees. We had to do a little bit of earth moving, but we made sure that when we did the earth moving, we didn't touch any of the trees. So all of our venues are somewhat oddly shaped. So to make sure that we didn't touch any of the trees. That's number one. The second reason was when I got married, my wife wanted to get married in a garden venue. But at that time in 1997, there was not that many garden venues available. And there was none at the time that we wanted to get married. So the garden venues are all booked. So we ended up getting married in Wakwak, which is not really a garden.
Yes.
So to make
It's a
up for
golfing
it,
area.
to make up for it, we decided to turn this place into a garden venue for couples who wanted to get married in gardens.
Ay, nice story. And then tell us a little bit more about the specs, like how many hectares are there right now?
The Glens Tagaytay covers about 2.9 hectares, almost 3 hectares of property, but majority of the space is still gardens, it's still greens, it's still trees. We've not really built on too much. We've only built, I think, roughly about 2,000 to 2,500 square meters only out of the 2.9 hectares. The rest are all greens.
And Jason, how is the property doing naman compared to, the pandemic?
Well, definitely the pandemic hit us. So we are an events place, and the events really was the first hit among all the industries when it came into the pandemic, because we could not anymore have gatherings. We can only have gatherings of 10 people, and it has to be all immediate family, right? So the pandemic really hit us. But now, 2 years later, the pandemic has not left, but at least we're very relaxed, and we're now open to venues, open to weddings. So more and more people are now coming back to Tagaytay, and we really are known. Tagaytay is really coming back as the wedding capital of the Philippines.
And
That's good news.
Yeah, and
Yes,
I see
it
the
is.
resilience of the industry in Tagaytay.
Correct.
Ano?
Yes,
It's back.
it is.
And I like the way that it's built as a community.
Correct.
Everyone helping each other,
Correct.
suppliers helping each
Yes.
other.
So that is also why we were also one of the founding members of the Tagaytay Wedding Vendors Association, the Glens Tagaytay. And you'll meet, I think, a few of the other members.
Yes.
And you're right, it is a close-knit community. We all know each other, we all support each other, and we all endorse each other.
Now, Jason, what I want to find out is, are there particular learnings during the pandemic that you're applying right now in terms of the products and services that you have here in the property?
Learnings meaning, we really have to professionalize ourselves. We have to make sure that everything is clean, everything is sanitary, because now people are more concerned about their health.
Yes.
Even during events, we have to make sure that all our safety protocols are met, all the safety protocols of the government, of the city of Tagaytay are met, so that we are assured, and the couples and the guests are assured, that everything is sanitized, everything is clean, and that they have worry-free events when they hold it here at the Glens Tagaytay.
That's good to know.
Yes. Safety, of course. And Jason, what is in store for the Glens?
Well, I introduced to you earlier our Hardin, which is a newly launched event hall. By end of this year, first quarter of next year, we will be launching our Glass House, which is another event hall which can accommodate about 250 to 300 packs. And on top of which, we're going to open up more accommodations. So we will have about 11 more rooms that will be built, that is currently being built. And we can accommodate more people here, and we'll be able to accommodate more corporate events, weddings, and other celebrations.
Jason, we heard that there's a backstory behind the Lagoon Cottage. So we want to know about it. Can you, tell us?
Do you remember the movie Blue Lagoon?
Yeah, I know that movie.
Okay.
The Brooke Shields film.
Yes.
My wife, who is the general manager of the Glens Tagaytay, Catherine, she wanted to have a Blue Lagoon. She wanted to be in that movie. And the closest thing I could do was build that for her. So if you notice, it is, if you remember our Lagoon Cottage, really a log cabin with the swimming pool. And the swimming pool is our Blue Lagoon.
So that makes that place all the more romantic.
Yes.
Iba ka talaga, Jason.
Thank you.
Oh, you have a lot of good points now. Thank you for accommodating us today.
It is our pleasure. It is my pleasure to welcome you here.
Yeah. And then maybe you can invite our viewers to come over, check out the Glens Tagaytay.
Yeah, everyone, for all your newlyweds, for all the coordinators, please visit the Glens Tagaytay. We are very happy to host you here and host your very special weddings, very special occasions.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Jason. And congratulations, you're
Thank you.
back. Weddings are back, events are back.
Yes.
Congratulations to more power
Cheers.
expansion of the Glens in
And
Thank
thank
you.
you for being
Future.
our space buddy today.
Yes, so
It was my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And thank you to GQ Mobile Bar for this
Yeah, love
wonderful drink
it.
we're enjoying today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Fun and inspiring na kwentuhan? Sagot na yan ang programang Spotlight ng Daily Tribune. Makipagkwentuhan at kilalanin ng iba't ibang personalidad na kilala sa kani-kanilang larangan. Manood at makinig sa mga inspiring stories na kanilang ibabahagi kasama si Nina Ventura. Be ready ng mamangha at matuwa every Thursday alas 2 ng hapon dito lang sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube. Mga impormasyong direktang makukuha mula sa sources at diretsahang usapan. Yan ang atid namin sa inyo sa programang Straight Talk. Samahan nyo kami sa makabuluhang talakayan live tuwing Martes alas 10 ng umaga sa official Facebook page ng Daily Tribune at Tribune Now on YouTube. Be updated sa news and happenings katribu. Hatid ng Daily Tribune sa inyo ang mga balitang napapanahon sa loob at labas ng bansa. Kami na ang bahala sa paghahatid sa inyo ng mga latest and reliable news. We got you covered sa programang Tribune News on Q. Mapapanood mula umaga hanggang gabi, Lunes hanggang Biyernes sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube.
So there you have it, guys and dolls. Our episode of Space Buddies today with at the Glens Tagaytay with Jason Alandoni.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure
You're
to
welcome.
visit you here.
Watch Space Buddies every Saturday at 5 p.m. on the Tribune's official Facebook page and Tribune Now on YouTube.
Goodbye, guys and dolls.
Bye.
Thanks. Babush.